It's come to notice that simulated airstrikes were conducted against a pair of Russian-made S-400 surface-to-air missile batteries as part of African Lion 21. Viewers may note that African Lion 21 is conducted by U.S. Africa Command with allies and African partners in Morocco, Tunisia, and Senegal and the surrounding seas from June 7th to 18th. The goal is to strengthen interoperability between U.S. and partner nations and promote regional stability. This move comes amidst the Russian government's continued effort to export S-400 to different nations, resulting in persistent proliferation concerns within the U.S. military. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes how the U.S. military has punctured Russia's pride by knocking out S-400 missile defense systems in simulated drills. Let's get started. This video is sponsored by War Thunder, the most comprehensive military vehicle online game for PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One, in which you can go to battle on more than 1,200 playable aircraft, tanks, helicopters, and ships from the 1930s to the 1990s. The game has an amazing attention to detail and focuses on a realistic combat experience, which is why knowing your vehicles and skill really makes a difference. It's easy to get into, and all you need to play is nothing more but your mouse and keyboard or controller. Immerse yourself in cross-platform combat with more than 20 million other military vehicle enthusiasts from all over the world. Download and play War Thunder for free using the link in the description below, and also get a free bonus tank, aircraft, or ship, and 3 days of premium account. Mock strikes on the S-400 was mentioned in the video that the U.S. Army's Southern European Task Force Africa, SETAF-AF, recently released of a command post exercise, CPX, being run at a facility in Agadir, Morocco, as part of the African Lion 2021. A command post exercise is generally a fully simulated wargame. An official is heard saying at one point in the video, 2 strikes were conducted against those 2 S-400s. We are still awaiting battle damage assessments, BDA, from yesterday's strike. It's unclear which assets were used to carry out these strikes. The Russian S-400 Triumph air defense system is considered to be the most advanced, serially produced air defense missile system in the world. It's designed by Almaz-Antey Corporation, which is a Russian state-owned company. It's marketed to be a one-stop solution for air defense needs and is touted to be effective against aircraft, including 5th-generation stealth fighters, bombers, AWACS, UAVs, cruise missiles, and ballistic missiles. Russian S-400 air defense is a package consisting of radar, command and control center, and interceptor missiles. The standard S-400 battery consists of 4 transporter erector launchers, TELs, with 4 large launch tubes for long-range missiles, or 16 smaller tubes for short-range missiles, or a mixture of the 2 per TEL. S-400 has some unique characteristics that make it a potent air defense system. It uses multiple radars depending on threat perception. The primary one is either the 91 N6E Big Bird Acquisition and Battle Management Radar or 92 N6E Gravestone Multi-Mode Engagement Radar. These have a range of around 600 kilometers or around 370 miles. The main radar is complemented by target acquisition radars like 67 N6 Gamma D and 9 N6 Protivnik G radars in L-band, Nebo SVU in the very high-frequency band, and Nebo M and Zebu M in multiband. Nebo SVU and Zebu M are thought to have the ability to detect stealth aircraft. S-400 deploys multiple missiles to cover its strike envelope. 1. Short-range 9M96E, 40 kilometers or 25 miles, with an active radar homing head having the capability to intercept targets up to a speed of Mach 2.6. 2. Medium range 9M96E2, 120 kilometers or 75 miles, with an active radar homing head, having the capability to intercept targets up to a speed of Mach 3. 3. Long-range 48N6, 250 kilometers or 155 miles, with an active radar homing head, having the capability to intercept targets up to a speed of Mach 14. 4. Very long-range 40N6, 400 kilometers or 250 miles, with an active radar homing head, having the capability to intercept targets up to a speed of Mach 14. While Russia is a near-peer rival of the US, the threat from S-400 is not contained from within the Russian military, since it's being exported to other countries, including nations that are not friendly to the US. China was the first foreign buyer to make a government-to-government deal with Russia in 2014. Delivery of the system began in January 2018, and it test-fired the systems for the first time in early August 2018. Not only this, but S-400 is also creating strife between the US and nations which are friendly with it. In 2017, the president of Turkey and Russian officials signed a $2.5 billion agreement for the delivery of the S-400 air defense system units. The US government and NATO raised concerns over the contract, but Turkey went ahead, stating that the S-400 was a better deal than the MIM-104 Patriot system offered by the US. Turkey received its first installment of the S-400 missile defense system on the 12th of July 2019. This even resulted in Turkey being removed from the F-35 program by the US, stating, F-35 cannot coexist with a Russian intelligence collection platform that will be used to learn about its advanced capabilities. On the 5th of October 2018, during India-Russia bilateral annual summit held in New Delhi, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Russian President Vladimir Putin finalized the deal of S-400. India will get 5 regiments of S-400, and the contract is worth $5.5 billion. The delivery is expected to start in this year. India has been threatened with sanctions for this. The Russian economy is cash-strapped. It's likely to sell the S-400 to anyone who's willing to pay. While it is an excellent system, it's not invulnerable. For example, it's expected that S-400 will be able to track stealth fighters like F-35 at a distance of 40 kilometers or 25 miles, while F-35 has standoff missiles, such as AGM-158 JASSM, that can hit it from much longer ranges. The aura of the S-400 needs to be taken down. This will provide confidence to the friendly nations and dissuade others from acquiring it. African Lion 21 seems to have taken the path, and this is the right precedence.